throughout human history, we have told stories of heroes, saviors, and chosen ones. We see them as solitary figures, anomalies of fate, born at the right moment to change the course of destiny. We paint them as isolated peaks in the flat landscape of humanity. But this is a profound misunderstanding, a story told only in part. The truth is far more mysterious, more ancient, and more beautifully interconnected. There is an unseen thread that binds every chosen one who has ever walked the earth. From the silent mystic in a forgotten age to the quiet revolutionary of today, this is not a lineage of blood or of nations, but a legacy of starlight. It is a secret, luminous river of consciousness flowing through time, a family of souls bound by a single primordial origin. Each chosen one is not a singular event, but a single brilliant star in a vast, hidden constellation, their light and purpose secretly echoing one another across the chasm of centuries. To understand one, you must understand the silent song that connects them all. This sacred lineage began in the primordial dawn of our universe, long before worlds like ours were formed. In a pocket of creation where light was first learning to dream, a collective consciousness, a cluster of souls, perhaps, or a singular cosmic entity, made a profound choice. It chose to fracture a piece of its own essence, its own undiluted starlight, into countless individual sparks. These were not ordinary souls. They were encoded with a specific purpose, a kind of celestial DNA. Each spark was imbued with an unshakable memory of unity, a deep resonance with cosmic law, and an innate drive to protect and nurture the growth of life. This event was the genesis of the lineage. These sparks were then scattered across galaxies, seeded like spores of light onto countless worlds and timelines, destined to incarnate at pivotal moments. Their inheritance was the starlight of their origin, a light that carries not just brilliance, but the weight of an ancient promise, to serve as anchors of hope and agents of transformation wherever they might land. The legacy passed down this secret lineage is not found in physical traits or royal succession, but in a vibrational signature, a unique frequency of the soul. It is a quantum inheritance. Those who carry the starlight bear a specific resonance that sets them apart from the moment they are born. This resonance manifests as a deep and often troubling sensitivity, an inability to accept injustice, and a persistent feeling of being an outsider. Their inheritance includes fragments of ancient knowledge they cannot explain, a mastery of empathy that can feel like a curse, and a profound, aching homesickness for a place they have never seen. This is the legacy, a pre-installed operating system of cosmic purpose. It remains dormant for years, sometimes for lifetimes, waiting for the right conditions to fully activate. It is the quiet whisper in their heart that tells them they are meant for more than the world offers. A divine discontent that pushes them away from the mundane and towards the mysterious path of their true calling. The activation of this starlit legacy is rarely a gentle or comfortable process. It is a spiritual crucible, often triggered by events that shatter the individual's ordinary reality. This can be a moment of profound loss, a near-death experience, a spontaneous mystical vision, or a life-altering encounter that acts as a cosmic key, turning a lock within their soul. This activation is a remembrance. The starlight that has lain dormant within their spiritual heart begins to pulse, to glow, to burn away the illusions of their conditioned self. Memories that are not their own surface in dreams. A deep understanding of universal symbols and archetypes awakens. They begin to see the intricate web of energy that connects all things. This awakening can be disorienting and isolating, as they must reconcile their newfound perception with a world that remains asleep. It is the moment the solitary star remembers it is part of a constellation, even if it cannot yet see the others. It is the beginning of their conscious participation in the Lineage's ancient mission. Members of this celestial family recognize each other through a secret language that transcends words and cultures. When two souls from this lineage meet, there is an instantaneous and often startling sense of familiarity. It is a spark of recognition in the eyes, a feeling of having known this stranger for 1,000 years. This is the soul song of their shared origin resonating between them. They often share similar, recurring dreams, are drawn to the same esoteric symbols, and hold a mutual, unspoken understanding of the universe's hidden workings. They can communicate profound truths to one another in silence, through a shared glance or a simple presence. This secret communion is a source of immense comfort and validation in a world that often misunderstands them. It reminds them that they are not alone, that their strange sensitivities and deep longings are not flaws, but are, in fact, the very hallmarks of their sacred tribe, the secret handshake of the children of the stars. Throughout the ages, this lineage has been the quiet, unseen force guiding humanity's evolution. They were not always the figures recorded in history books. More often, they were the silent ones behind the throne, the anonymous healers, the misunderstood artists whose work encoded spiritual truths, the philosophers who dared to ask forbidden questions. They were the keepers of ancient wisdom when the world fell into darkness, the mystics who maintained a connection to the divine through sheer force of will. They operated from the shadows, planting seeds of consciousness that would take generations to blossom. They understood that true change is not born from power and control, but from subtle shifts in frequency, from elevating the hearts and minds of those around them. Their legacy is not written in stone monuments, but in the invisible currents of human consciousness, in the moments of grace and inspiration that have propelled our species forward against all odds. To carry a fragment of starlight is to carry a beautiful and heavy burden. The legacy comes with the weight of cosmic memory. These souls often feel a profound sadness without a personal cause, for they are subconsciously processing the collective grief of humanity and the planet. They feel an immense sense of responsibility, a drive to heal and to fix what is broken that can be utterly overwhelming. The light they carry also makes them a target for the forces of shadow and inertia, leading to lives filled with unusual trials and tribulations designed to test their spirit and temper their resolve. This is the paradox of their existence. They are beings of immense power who often feel powerless, bearers of profound wisdom who are plagued by self-doubt, and ancient souls who must navigate the world with the vulnerability of an open heart. The weight of the stars is a constant pressure, a spiritual gravity that either crushes the soul or transforms it into a diamond of unshakable strength. A vital aspect of this lineage is its connection to a shared field of consciousness, a spiritual library accessible to all who carry the starlight. Think of it as an akashic resonance, a living database of the lineage's collective experiences. When one chosen one overcomes a specific challenge, masters a spiritual lesson, or achieves a breakthrough in consciousness, that wisdom is uploaded to the shared field. This energetic imprint then becomes available to every other soul in the lineage, making their own journey subtly easier. It is why many of them receive sudden downloads of information or spontaneously develop skills they never learned. They are not learning anew, but rather, they are accessing the accumulated wisdom of their countless brothers and sisters across time. This is the ultimate expression of their unity. Though they may walk their paths alone on Earth, they are constantly supported by and contributing to an ever-expanding legacy of light, standing on the spiritual shoulders of all who came before. We are now living in an unprecedented era, a time prophesied in many ancient cultures as the Great Awakening. The Earth is undergoing a profound energetic shift, and this is triggering a mass activation of the starlit lineage on a scale never before seen. Souls who have been dormant for lifetimes are now awakening to their purpose in vast numbers. The deep-seated feeling that something is profoundly wrong with the world, combined with an unshakable hope for a better future, is the collective soul song of the lineage beginning to harmonize. They are waking up to find each other, to combine their light, and to serve their original mission, to act as vibrational anchors and spiritual midwives for a new paradigm of existence. This is not a battle to be fought with weapons, but a transformation to be guided by frequency. Their purpose is to hold the light steady, to embody compassion, and to remind a world lost in shadow of its own divine, starlit origin. This legacy of starlight is not just an ancient story about mythical figures. It is a living, breathing reality that may be resonating within you at this very moment. If you have always felt a profound pull towards something you cannot name, if your heart aches with a love for humanity even in its deepest flaws, if you look up at the night sky and feel a sense of homesickness, then listen closely to the whispers of your own soul. You may be hearing the call of your own secret lineage. The starlight is not something to be earned or found. It is something to be remembered and activated. The secret history of the chosen ones is written not in books, but in the quiet chambers of the human heart. The legacy is waiting. The constellation is calling to its missing star. All you have to do is look within and have the courage to shine.